Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another round of Modern. We have Daniel Giasanti playing a Red-Black Rock versus Vince Nicastro playing not Yorion Blink, but in fact it's Kaheera Omnath Control. They're both, well, not both 3-1. Interesting. This is round 5.
Yeah.
This is round 6. So Dan was 4-1. Vince was 3-1-1. I typed in the wrong numbers there. Alright. Dan is going to just Blood Crypt into a Ragavan there, and Vince is fetching into a Ragran Triumph. Both of these players have played similar strategies to this deck for a little while, or to their current decks for a while. Dan seems to play just like variously good Rakdos / Grixis decks, right? We've had him on stream multiple times. He's topped multiple R1Ks now, I think, with various Ragavan decks. Vince has been playing 4-color for a while now. I'm trying to think. I know he put it in our Wilmington Shop Championships. And I think my coworkers told me he's been playing it for a little while now. So, yeah. Alright, he's going to fetch out a catcher, a Triome here. Just double Triomes. Set up all the colors we need in our 4-color deck.
That's what you want. It's a spice.
Every color we need. Triomes are so good. Now, I do have both players' deck list right next to me here, as this is from our 1K event we had on March 26th. And since it was a 1K, they had to have a deck list, which means I get to see their deck list. It's great. We get to talk about their sideboard, what we think they'll sideboard in and out, and all that fun stuff.
I had to be paid.
Interestingly, so Vince is doing, since he's on the 60 card variant, he's got Ren 6 in there obviously, but he's playing Lonely Sandbar as a draw engine to coincide with Ren 6. So instead of buying back a fetch land every turn, what he's going to be doing is pretty often going to be trying to have a Ren on the board, cycle a Sandbar to draw a card, and then just buy it back. It's pretty solid.
Cards in hand.
Playing 3 Prismatic Endings instead of 4, which is interesting. Is he playing something else in that room, like that little spot for removal? Not really.
Maybe. Nah, you don't know those.
That's
Very
interesting.
dramatic.
So we got 4 Omnath, 4 Solitude, 2 light. Oh, bolts. I missed the bolts. Okay. 2 Lightning Bolt, 4 Counterspell, 4 Expressive Duration, 4 Ren 6, 2 Force of Negation, 4 Time Ravelers, 1 Memory Deluge, 2 Supreme Verdict, 2 Heroes, and then lands. Okay, that makes sense.
Nah.
Vince is playing 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 24 lands in this deck. And then Dan is...
You're good to go.
Let's see this Red-Black Rock deck. Got 4 Push, 3 Bolt, 2 Terminate. The good removal suite right there. 4 Thoughtseize, 2 Inquisition. 1 copy of Unearth, which is actually really cool. 1 Call Against Command, 2 Liliana of the Veil, 4 Rag, 4 Dolthy, 3 Kroxa, 3 Torok, 1 Bone Crusher Giant, which is interesting. I don't know if that's like a stock card in the list or if that's just something that Dan is playing himself. But I'm a big fan of Bone Crusher. Stomp is just a good effect, and like
If it cycles into Ren and 6, that's
sometimes just playing out the body is also really good. I very much enjoyed playing him instead, or when he was like 1 standard.
Yep.
And then 3 Season Pyromancer. That card is especially good now that Blaris is gone. Not playing any copies of Grief anywhere in the deck. Land-wise, interesting stuff. We have a Takenuma Banded Mire, which is the black channel land. We have a Sokenzan, which is the red channel land. And then we have a Shinka and a Shizo, which are the red legendary lands from the original Kamigawa, I believe, or Betrayers of Kamigawa. One of the Kamigawa sets. One of them gives Fear, and I think the other one gives First Strike. Just wasted for Dan to make sure his Ragavan connects.
Play the filter land. I'll do some filtering. Bolt targeting.
Going to Lightning Bolt to the Fairy there.
slowly.
Dan has this very nice Strixhaven archive lightning bolts. We're going to plus Liliana here. Both players going to discard cards. I'm not going to see what Vince discards because his graveyard is off camera. Well, covered up by the header there. Dan's going to try and cast a Season Pyromancer, and it is going to get counterspelled very quickly. And very ferociously. That counterspell came down with, like, passion.
I'm gonna cycle.
But these players are playing to see which one will make top 8. As Dan was the only X1 to get the pair down, I believe. So Vince has to win to make top 8. Dan just has to not lose. A draw or a win, I believe, gets him there. Alright, 4 mana looks like an Omnath. Locus of Creation is coming down. We're going to draw a card. We'll play a land for turn, gain 4 life.
Yep. Go. Minus. Targeting you.
Okay. Liz going to down tick, kill the Omnath.
4.
I'm going to tap 4 here and kick a Torok. Going to draw a card off that Lonely Sandbar.
That's a good sign.
And then we're going to hit 2 random cards from his hand. I love Torok. I love the fact that Torok is like actually playable.
1, 2, 3, 4. Reroll 5, 6. 2.
And then 1,
1,
2,
2,
4,
yep.
5, 6.
And then this is gonna have.
Counterspell to fairy.
Alright, it's a counterspell and a time raveling. Interestingly, not just fetching and using the counterspell on the Torok.
Go.
Unless he drew he might have drawn the counterspell off the Lonely Sandbar. Alright, it's going to fetch here. Grabbing a Stomping Ground.
What was the second card I hit? Is counterspell and something else?
Counterspell to fairy.
Oh. I'll take it.
I would too.
Should take the
Vince basically has all the mana in the world right now. There's a Supreme Verdict.
The second lonely
A
sailor.
great way to get rid of a Torok.
You wish.
Eldana?
No.
Yeah. That's a good draw. Yeah. Well, these 2 other Toroks look fine in hand.
Get the sandbar back.
Yep.
You can go.
Okay, it's going to pick that Lonely Sandbar back up.
Black. Yeah. Voidwalker?
Alright, 2 mana cast a Dothy Voidwalker, using that Graven Cairns to filter that mountain into double black.
Voidwalker?
I'll respond.
There's a second copy of Dothy.
I'll bolt Lily.
Okay.
Is going to bolt the Liliana in response.
2 red. 2. Pass.
1 card?
Yeah.
What's up?
Bolt exile, yeah.
Yeah, I have an exiled.
Alright, red blue, we're going to cast that Expressive Iteration. Top 3 cards of the deck.
Maybe.
Okay, yeah.
Finds a Ren and 6 and 2 lands. Definitely a basic forest.
Judge.
Yeah.
I believe at this point they had to call a judge to clarify something. Because Vince actually knocked the bottom card off of his deck and revealed it. So in the meantime, while we wait for Mike Appler, our store judge, to walk over and rectify the situation, let's talk some Modern, folks. What are you playing in the format? What are you enjoying right now? What is your go-to jam?
Judge!
He's in the bathroom.
I personally have been playing a lot of 60-card Kaheera Elementals. I saw a list that wasn't playing Ren and 6, and I was like, oh, I want to try this. Because I didn't have Rens at the time. And It's a lot of fun. Really good time. Honestly, if you have the biggest issue is 4 Cavern of Souls, right? But if you have the 4 caverns and the elementals, I would recommend building the deck.
Yeah,
It's
alright,
very
fair enough.
fun.
Alright, so I'm resolving
And
the
outside of the cavern and the evoke elementals, the deck is pretty cheap. Nothing
Putting this on the
is
bottom,
extraordinarily
we
expensive.
both saw what it was.
Okay.
And this was the
No
bottom.
problem. So, are there any?
Looks like they're having the conversation about what happened.
You try or anything like that, and you don't. Okay, so we
It
don't
would
know the
only be
location of any
this
cards.
card. I think I resolved expressive iteration, but
I forgot there was a judge call during this match.
You already
Okay.
expressive.
I did
but
expressive,
you
Um,
fetched.
but
I fetched
yeah,
six.
yeah,
Okay,
yes,
all right,
I-
very good. All right, so this
What
card,
was that?
this was definitely the
this
card.
is-
off
Oh
the
yes,
top
Kaheera
of the library,
elementals.
is that
Very
correct?
fun deck. Definitely
This is
recommend
card
trying.
putting on the bottom.
No,
Deal.
And then I think I'm going to test the 80 card version of it as well.
So you lifted.
I
This
make
up
jokes
and
about playing
you saw it on
Yorion.
part of your library.
Yeah,
And not one of the shuffle 80 card decks.
Okay, go ahead.
But I have to at least
This
like
card will
try it
stay
before I
out for the
knock it, I
moment. We're
guess.
gonna go ahead and randomize this into your library.
Alright, Appler
Alright, and
is
then we'll go ahead and put
doing
that
his
on.
ruling.
So-
I'm sure you folks can hear him in the
Yeah,
background.
go ahead and shuffle that.
Okay.
Yeah,
I do.
you
Okay.
randomize that. Yeah.
Okay. You said we're randomizing. I'm like, okay.
It's a group effort.
Everybody takes a turn.
Right.
Everyone
Yeah.
shuffles.
Just go pass it around the room. It'll all be good.
It was quite funny. Mike had like walked right past me and he was like, "Hey, I'm going to the
To
bathroom."
the bottom.
Just if someone calls judge,
And that's
hold the
just
fork
a
down.
bad
And of course,
exterior,
it's the stream table
looking at extra
that calls
cards.
judge.
Just a warning. Be more careful in the future.
Yeah.
We're gonna go ahead and do a plus
It's
one for you
interestingly
guys
not
at the
because I
time.
think the
Next
land
thing.
that he bottomed was a verdant cat. It was either not a verdant catacombs. It was a misty rainforest. So I'm not sure why he just didn't bottom the forest, play the misty, and then fetch out the. But hey, gotta do what you gotta do.
Declare combat.
Sure.
Both had red and 6.
Eat one.
Yep.
You go to
Alright,
20.
going to try and attack in.
Yep.
Down to 4.
To Ren.
I will.
Vince is gonna solitude one of them.
Turok.
Dan's then going to take kick another Torok.
Leave this out of the way.
Roll for the one I keep.
Looks like we have 3 cards of hand that just disappeared onto the playmat.
5. Discard these 2.
Yep. Alright.
It's great when you only have 2 cards in hand, and you're like, oh, or 3 cards in hand, you're like, alright, we're just gonna pick which one to keep.
I'm at 20.
Yeah.
Life totals are 20 to 17 so far. Get rid of the Lone Sandbar, gonna draw a card. Picks up a Hero Dominaria, it's a good draw.
I'm gonna look at the stuff with the void counters.
Yeah. So it would be Ren, the Sandbar.
Now there is a
Both
trigger
these have void
that
counters as well.
they both
Yes,
just
they-
missed. Torok says when your opponent discards a card, cycling is discarding a card. So it is supposed to trigger the Torok there. He's supposed to get 1 tick bigger. Bringing him from a 4-1 or 4-2 to a 5-3.
I don't know what to tell you.
Don't play. This is what you should say. I should get paired with someone with the same racket next time.
Hey, listen.
I shouldn't play trash deck either. But
Hey, 5 mana.
This time.
Casting
Yeah.
the Teferi.
bounce to the Turok.
No, I can't.
I know.
Decides to uptick and draw. I think that was an expressive iteration.
There's some land in there.
It's going to plus him a fetch land here. Or a steam vents, okay.
Yeah, not the Sandbar. Values has been gone.
Yep.
Untap. Target these 2.
Alright, passes the turn. Untaps 2 because of the Teferi.
I'll start us off with.
Which was, for a fun fact,
Thoughtseize.
it's Fairy Hero Dominaria.
Take the express.
For a long time was one of my favorite, was my favorite Magic card. Now it's probably number 2 or 3. Actually, no, it's probably lower than that now. I do love Hero, but there's some other cards that have come out since then that are just a lot of fun to play with.
What should I kill? Oh, it's a fair. Yeah.
I apologize if you heard that. My shoulder just popped. Don't play tennis, kids. Alright, bunch of damage coming in to kill the Teferi. Gonna cast a Seasoned Pyromancer. We're gonna draw 2 cards off that Seasoned Pyromancer. And
You're.
can say land drop for turn. Pyro is such a good card right now.
I'm the controller.
Picks up a Lightning Bolt. Bolt's Torok.
Yep. Not anymore.
That is 2 Toroks down. It's plays Besiegers land for turn, buys Kaheera, plays Kaheera, attacks for 4. Dan's gonna go to 14, Finn's gonna go to 21.
Yeah.
21 to, you're at 18 right now, so you're at 14?
Yep.
So 21 to 14.
Ren's gonna plus on a land.
Yeah.
What's happening here?
I imagine a fetch. That's typically, you know? Unless we're out of fetchable lands. Nah, I think I saw a basic plane. Actually, don't. I have his deck list. There's a basic planes in his deck. You can, in fact, go get one. Dan checking out the stack of cards that he has access to because of Dauthi Voidwalker.
Losing position. I'm gonna express it.
It's going to crack the Voidwalker. We're going to cast Expressive Iteration. Which feels pretty good.
This goes to my graveyard, right?
Yes.
That card will go back to Vince's graveyard.
Hand. Exile. Bottom.
Find the Dauthi Voidwalker.
Keep that right there for now. And
Almost assuredly casting that Voidwalker too.
Shizo.
Alright, find Shizo is land for turn.
Yep.
To a legend?
Yep.
It's like Death Storehouse or something like that.
Black.
Alright, tabs 3. Gonna play Liliana of the Veil.
Minus.
Got a down tick here. Make Vince sacrifice a creature.
No, it's not.
Oh, right. He's
I
not in
think
play.
that's
He's not in play.
Yeah.
Sorry. Just assumed it was
Relevant? Nah, whatever. Voidwalker.
there. Sure.
Add one red up. Yep, pass.
And just plays out that Dauthi.
Shoot this.
Ren's gonna ping Lily.
Card in hand? Yep.
Going to Prismatic Ending Dauthi. Attack in. With Solitude. Pyro's gonna block it. And just like that, there's only a red and 6 on the board. Besides each player's heap of lands. But picks up an Inquisition of Coast, like not the greatest card to draw when your opponent has no cards in hand, but
Go ahead.
that's okay. There's a Bloodstained Mire.
Sandbar?
If only. You got too much value out of it.
Maybe just a little bit.
Vince is gonna go pick up a fetch land, I'm assuming. Yep, grabs another copy of Winds of Teeth, just passes the turn.
Yeah, dudes.
We're going to instant speed, make 2 guys with the Seasoned Pyromancer. Makes 2 1/1 red elementals.
Care about.
From what?
I'm fetching
Oh, okay.
as well. Sorry. I'm care what Dylan's gonna say. I'm using my.
Dan very excitedly got his tokens.
The official Rotzi product.
They are not elementals. They are technically
Yeah,
tokens.
Buy box bonus in Japan. I had to import a box.
Alright, we are
Guess how much they
searched.
cost?
I don't know how much they cost.
It's way too much.
Alright, this could be worse than it. Yeah, this
Yeah,
is fine.
it's what official Rotzi. They're not gonna put stuff too lewd.
There comes the tokens.
It's a fairy and an angel, but we're not gonna give that up.
I need you to write elemental.
No.
Like you do. You wanna know what you have to do if you want to use a non-Yu-Gi-Oh token at Yu-Gi-Oh? You have to write the word token on it. Oh my god. I watched a guy take a game loss because he wouldn't write on his $400 card.
Understandable. That's how much the 3 of these tokens cost. Sulfur. For,
Alright, I'm gonna untap here. If Dane has 2/1/1s, you can punch the Wren just to take it off being able to ult.
Let's see if I can take it. Can't.
Inquisition.
Forgot.
It's
I
nothing.
got this back.
True. To it, Ren.
Yep, 2 at Wren.
Inquisition.
Inquisition. 24. Oh yeah, is it this way?
Go.
Alright, please tapped Blood Crypt and passes a turn.
Seems good.
Not the worst. I'll draw a card.
Yep.
Vince finds an Omnath, which finds him another land.
The worst.
Yeah, that's a 1 there.
Game 4.
Yep.
28.
It's gonna gain 4 life, go to 32. Wren's going to ping a token.
Sure.
It's a 1. That one's a 1/1. So it makes more sense.
Got it. Another
I'm gonna flashback season power number 2. The tokens have returned.
I'm just so good at this game.
What'd you get this time?
Terminate Omnath.
Alright, we're gonna terminate the using the sick player rewards. I think it's the player rewards terminate. Is that what that line of promos is? I think it's player rewards.
How am I so good at this game?
Oh, God damn it.
Draw a card.
Vince finds another Omnath.
Listen, Linda.
It's Omnath number 3, I believe.
Sure.
It's gonna play a land, go
I'm
to
not gonna win
32.
ever, so it doesn't matter.
Go ahead.
You're 8 points.
I can't wait for this 55-minute game one.
Yeah, I'm here for it if I win it.
Yeah, that's great for me.
Was it?
No,
I'm
55
gonna
minute
untap
game
it.
one? Yeah.
We're all.
No. I'll just pass it back to you.
How many copies does Dan play Fury? He does. How many copies? No Furies at all in the deck. Interesting.
How much?
Sure.
4.
Sure.
9? Yep.
Dash Ragavan.
Yeah.
Right? Dashes out a Ragavan.
It's even worth giving fear. How many solitudes you got left?
Checks the massive stack of cards in Vince's graveyard.
Does solituding a token blocking Ragavan make a difference? Sure. No, because you can like do on stack. Yeah, Ragavan attack.
Alright, it's gonna attack in.
I like to cast Solitude.
Solitude resolves ETB.
Target right.
Okay. That's
You go to
fine.
11?
Going to Solitude the Ragavan. Dan's gonna go to 11.
2.
Yeah.
Get rid of that card.
Gonna kick a Torok.
Yeah, that's very good.
That's a Supreme Verdict. Okay, it's pretty solid.
Sure. This is real garbage time.
Super garbage.
Vince has 4 fetch lands in play.
Unearth.
Target.
Alright, we're going to unearth a Dothy Voidwalker.
Now I got a way to win.
Do you?
You can't block it.
Oh, sure.
Yes, unearth. I had to remember if that was a modern legal card or not.
And that Voidwalker.
I was like, oh, which of the reanimation spells is the legal one? That one was printed in Modern Horizons 1.
You have one in hand.
One hand.
Pass.
40.
Sure.
Fetch land number 5 in play. Gaining 4 life. Oh, Omnath.
Oh no.
Go.
Both players kind of just staring at each other.
44.
We drew the basic planes. We're going to 40 life.
Got it.
Sorry.
Maybe 36, maybe... No, okay.
I'm on 11, apparently.
44. I apparently missed 2 triggers.
How'd that work out?
I missed a trigger.
Sure. Untap. Draw.
Vince is getting very low on deck set, or cards in deck,
Have a monkey.
I'm not gonna dash, yeah.
which might honestly just be Dan's plan. He might be trying to deck him out.
That's unbelievable.
Sure.
Not 40.
Another fetch lane, go to 48.
Go ahead. I'll accept the concession at any point.
The other thing is, Dan plays Croaks in his deck, so if he can get Croaks online,
Declare attack.
alright, he's going to give the regular man Fear. Going to attack. It's a Fairy Time
I
Raveler.
wish I could cast it. So that stays in exile, different pile than this.
Chooses to not cast it.
You had 46.
Not 46.
Does one of these say treasure already? No. Yeah, I see it. The blank's a treasure.
Sure.
I feel like it might have been worth casting. I could, no, wait, duh. It only has 1 treasure. Blue, white.
That's a treasure.
Okay.
Let me think. This board's so messy.
Stop.
I guess. Red.
Okay.
Stomp Solitude.
Force
It's
negation.
going to Bone Crusher Giant, which is going to get Force Negation. It's going to get exiled.
Yeah. Pass.
Or Stomp. Not Bone Crusher Giant, technically.
Go.
Adventure cards are a little different.
Thrilling gameplay.
Just a cool mechanic. I wonder if Watsy's ever going back to Eldraine.
Watch it again.
Have fun.
I hope you learned your lesson.
I'll take a happy reaction. Did we find a Croxa?
That's fair.
I think Croaks is like the card that would cause that reaction. We're going to give Regular Fear again.
You have a
Attacking for 2.
Monkey hit. No?
I'm gonna flash on a solitude.
It's going to flash into Solitude.
Monkey.
And Solitude the Ragavan. That's going to be 13.
Thrilling.
This is so dumb. Gonna cast a thing.
Black. Yeah.
Dan has all 4 Blood Crypts in play.
Second Voidwalker.
There's a Dothy Voidwalker
I'm
coming
gonna
out.
sack the other one, and
It's gone.
I'm thinking first.
Oh, well, okay. Well, I'm saying if you're stacking the.
Yeah, I'm gonna expressive off of this.
We're just over 30 minutes into this game 1. Going to Expressive Iteration. Using Dothy Voidwalker. There's a Terminate. And 2 cards I did not see.
And
Could terminate the Omnath, take the Omnath.
bottom, I'll terminate the Omnath.
Down. No.
Yes. Trust the plan.
I hate that.
Did not see what he added to hand.
No, but I'll cast the monkey. Go.
You have a monkey.
Or it's not, okay, another Ragavan. We're back on that plan.
Sorry. Ren.
Sure.
Shoot the monkey.
And that's not.
Draws Ren, play Ren, kill. Down take Ren, kill Ragavan.
Bolt man.
Bolt Ren.
I'm assembling. No.
Assembling
These
Tron.
have void.
Oh, shit.
Lots of things happening.
Assembling your deck.
Yeah,
Exactly.
basically.
Oh, look at this! Finally.
What'd you get?
Red, black. Croxa, you take 3.
Cast
No,
Croxa.
there we go. 43.
43.
It says no cards in hand to discard, so you can take 3. So he's just going to bring back Croxa immediately.
Croxa.
Yeah, you are.
Am I fearing anything this time? No. Croxa.
Not 40.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You had 40.
Curse is going to trigger again. Vince is going to discard a non-existent card, take 3 more damage,
I'm good.
or
but
lose
you
3
have
life.
One solitude in the yard.
I believe that's correct.
One solitude in the yard. Both supreme verdict. Hopefully both. You're at 40.
40.
You're good to go.
This just came into play?
No.
Right? No?
That was last turn.
That was last one.
Yeah, because I did the expressive. It doesn't ignore it.
Looks like he's checking the Dothy pile.
No, I'm saying.
I
Can
can-
you activate this?
I can activate it, yeah.
Okay, that's what I was-
But only your instants, which are just bolts. Which going to you don't, because I'm going to close the game out real fast. Prismatic on that, yeah, sure. That's a good one.
Prismatic ending on the Kroxa. So waiting for draw second Kroxa, play second Kroxa. That's what happened earlier with Omnath. It would only be fitting.
Brings a guy back.
Or Planeswalker. Even launch these up? Nah, I guess doesn't matter.
Alright, taps
No, 3.
4.
Sure.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
3 lands, sure.
Oh, for Takanuma. And Channel End.
And Gravity Lily.
Buys back a Lily out of the Veil.
Cast said
Plays Lily.
Yeah, that's in the air. I will cast Lily.
You have a Lily.
I will minus Lily targeting you.
Brings Finn's
I
second
will
creature.
then sack Voidwalker.
Yeah.
Targeting Renin 6.
Sure.
I will now plus Renin 6 and return Takanuma to hand.
Okay.
Gets a Ren, plus his Ren on the Takanuma.
Your
Picks up
phone's
a
gonna
card.
dodge, yeah. This is on 4. I'm running out of dice.
There's more here.
Go. There's not
I'm
enough.
going to concede this one.
You should have done that
Right.
fucking 20 times
And
ago.
Vince is just going to scoop it up. Dan's going to take game 1. We'll be
I mean,
going
you need
to
to
game
wait.
2 right after they side, which will be in just a minute.
Yeah,
But
sure.
let's talk about what they might be siding.
Game 2.
Alright, so starting with Dan, his sideboard consists of 3 Hidetsugu consumes all, 3 Alpine Moon, 3 Ashiok Dream Render, 2 Chalice, 1 Engineered Explosives, 1 Terminate, 1 Call Against Command, 1 Call or Call Against Return.
Extension he gave us, I don't know how much it was.
Third Terminate's probably really good.
You should shuffle that in.
I did.
I
don't know what else he brings in.
I don't blame
Maybe
it,
the
though.
K command, but
Still,
I don't know how good that's going to be.
Except your down though.
And then Vince's sideboard consists of Kaheera, 3 Endurance, 2 Fury, 1 Titania Protector of Argoth, 2 Chalice of the Void, 1 Veil of Summer, 3 Aether Gust, and 2 Force of Vigor. Imagine he'll sideboard in the Veil, the Furies, and probably the Endurances. Oh, he doesn't get decked out? Oh. And then, I'm assuming the Titania is just in there as like an accelerated win condition after boarding, so he might bring that in, that's my guess. So, we'll be right back with game 2, folks. Just a second. And we are back with game 2. We got Vince on the play here. I think players are just resolving their mulligans real quick, deciding they want to keep their hands.
Yeah, I'll keep.
Looks like it. Vince is going to lead on a Raga Triumph and go.
18.
Dan's got a Blood Crypt into a Inquisition of Kozilek.
18. Oh, wow.
Omnath, 2 red and 6s, Prismatic Ending, and Time Raveler.
Next to... I really want to
I imagine he's just taking the Time Raveler. But the ending, I mean, ending depending on what he has in hand, right? So.
How'd y'all take on? You're good to go.
Take out.
Yep.
There's the Ren.
You didn't have a target, right? Okay, just make sure. I'm a half out to lunch.
You've been proud of me that
Thoughtsies?
I lost that.
I'm gonna take Omnath. You have Counterspell.
Ren ending.
And I'm at 16. 16 to 20. You don't want to minus it. You don't want to minus it.
Nope.
All right.
You have Ren ending counterspell.
Yes.
I love how intense the glare is hitting that Kaheera.
Yeah, 15. I will attempt to cast a Season Pyromancer.
Get a 17 on counterspell.
Alright, Vince is gonna fetch here. And we're counterspelling. The card I guess Dan said he's casting.
What? Fairway blue one.
What you said? You said I'm gonna counterspell.
Season Pyromancer, probably?
Counterspell, so you
I
have
didn't know which one I wanted yet.
Yeah, that would be my guess.
Hopefully I play on. I want to get like 3 cards left.
Yeah.
Like, I get really nervous. So I want to work.
Good after that?
Good luck. Hopefully I do better.
Yeah.
That's my goal.
So bad today. It's insane that I drew that bad and still ended up 3-3. Like if I was playing any other deck, I would have been like
Rand's up taking and pass the turn.
insane.
One mystery card, you have ending, Ren at 6. Yep.
Play like nothing to do, and I just top the Fembray for like a Fembray for 3 for like 9
13.
hours later. Yeah, like,
They're going to shock in a Blood Crypt here.
it's crazy.
I will.
13?
13, yep. Lily?
Cast a Liliana of Veil.
Hey, Mark.
And we're gonna plus on that Liliana right there.
I'll plus
Vince
Lily.
has what? Second Ren, Prismatic Ending, card that he's discarding.
Yeah, Ren at 6, mystery card.
Yep.
I'm gonna unearth Season Pyromancer.
Sure.
Then we're gonna unearth that, draw 2.
That's right. You're at 16, sure. And one mystery, 2 mystery cards? How many cards anymore? 2 cards. Okay. Yep.
Alright, Express Federation, Omnath, Supreme Verdict. Can't tell what the third card is. Lonely Sandbar, okay. Decisions on the
You
expressive.
gotta win 2 games in 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'm trying. It's difficult.
I mean, it's a hard decision. I feel like I would have put the Omnath in my hand, but that's fair.
15 at least.
Uh, 15 all.
Prismatic ending, Lily.
She gone.
Endings of Liliana.
You're up.
That's the turn. Okay, the Culligan's come in hand.
Turok.
K command, discard a card, return monkey to hand.
Sure.
I'll cast the
Makes
monkey.
Vince discard a card, buys back the Ragavan.
So you have 0 round. Probably a good card then in hand. Probably not.
That Titania? Yes, that is Titania. I wonder if Vince ever played Yu-Gi-Oh! He hand shuffles like a Yu-Gi-Oh! Player.
Trigger.
Alright, Titania, Priestess of Argoth. If we don't know what that does, friends, we're just going to pull that up real quick.
Leaves, it makes a 5/3.
As it is a... The Protector of Argoth? I think it's Protector of Argoth. It is Protector.
14.
Alright. When she enters the battlefield, you return target land card from your graveyard to the battlefield, and then whenever a land you control is put in the graveyard from the battlefield, you put a 5/3 green elemental creature token onto the battlefield. She does a lot.
Did you make your land drop already?
It's an interesting token. Is this supposed to be Ancestral Vision? Recall. Recall's the piece of power 9. Wow.
That's you got tapped. Yep. Okay. You got 12.
What a weird moment to blank on.
You took 1 from the fetch.
What was that, 15?
You missed.
What was that, 15, sir?
I had 13 all. You went from.
You shocked the breeding pool last turn.
You shocked the green pool.
She's a cool win condition, man. I like this card a lot.
Okay, yeah.
How much are the retro frames? What was I playing her in? There was some weird deck I was playing that had Titania in it.
I'm gonna respond to the Voidwalker.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
And fetch.
Yep.
She also has a border list, doesn't she?
Makes sense.
Alright, the border list is a little weird. A little strange, not gonna lie to you. There's a Dothy Voidwalker on the board. There's also a lot of damage on the board as well.
Yep.
Go. Use down tick the Ren on the Ragavan, bolt the Dothy.
1 in hand.
Yeah, shoot the monkey. Bolt this guy.
And
Oh yeah. Oh, Dothy can't block. That's right.
you played the Screen Verdict. You should.
Alright, attacks in for lethal.
Did not cast that card.
And we will be going to game 3 with 1 minute and 50 seconds left on the clock. I know that says 11 minutes, but the clock that we have built for the stream has like a 10. It has 10 extra minutes on it for. I don't exactly know why. I'm not gonna lie to you. I had built the clock. I programmed it for 60 for a reason, and I don't remember why. I have to reprogram it.
We have left. We didn't get a time extension at all.
You got
But-
+1.
+1. Okay.
Yeah.
What's up? Oh, shit.
2 minutes. Was that 2 minutes?
Even from the judge call too. Even from the judge call too.
That's the way the minutes.
That was just the 1 minute. Okay. I mean, we got anything?
2 minutes remaining.
2 minutes. Okay.
Plus 5 round. Plus 5 turns.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't think we're gonna be able to finish this game.
Seems unlikely to be resolved.
Waiting for game 3.
I'll be on the play.
We'll have Dan on the play. I imagine this match is not going to end in 5 turns.
I will go to 9.
They had a 1 minute extension from the judge call, so they do have a minute after the time gets called here.
1 minute? Yeah.
1 minute.
I guess it doesn't matter. I wasn't supposed to fetch, but I put it to the graveyard later. I'm just gonna grab a tap blood crypt pass. basic swamp. Cast Void Walker, pass. 18 all.
You can tell when players are like trying to speed up. Vince has cut that deck so quickly.
Yep, sounds good.
There's a Dothy Voidwalker.
Declare combat?
Sure.
3.
15.
Attacking in for 3.
Cast Void Walker.
Plays second Dothy, gets counterspell.
That's exile.
Counterspell goes to the Dothy pile.
And then I'll play a...
Voidwalker is honestly one of my favorite cards in MH2. It's such an interesting design. And some of the things I've seen happen because of Dothy, like, you have Dothy against Tron, you Thoughtseize their Ulamog, you freecast their Ulamog. It's quite good. I have had my Titan taken by Dothy Voidwalker multiple times. Alright, this is Vince's last turn of the game. Going to turn 4. Going to Culligan's command, buy back to the Dothy Voidwalker. Make Vince discard a card.
Turn 2. No, I'm
Your
turn
turn
4
4.
now.
Oh, no, Vince has the last turn of the game. What am I talking about?
I'll play Void Walker.
Right, Dothy number 2. Going to fetch in response. Getting a catcher, a Triumph.
Oh.
What life total are you? I would never say that in a
14 to 18. Drop. So I'm turn 5.
And I don't see a winning combination in that hand.
I'll pass the turn.
Alright, they're going to pass. It's going to be a draw, folks. Thanks for watching. If you like, comment, subscribe, and all that fun stuff,
Thing for either of us.
we do greatly appreciate you
Either way.
for every second that you watch this video. Have a great day.
Don't know. Don't think it does anything for you.
Do you have anything else that game?